Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Jeff Matz with Nova Health, a chiropractor and a functional medicine practitioner. And while I'm a functional medicine practitioner, I may not be your functional medicine practitioner. Please take today's conversation for educational purposes only and not as medical advice. You cut calories, you exercise more, you follow the diet perfectly, and the scale just doesn't move. Or even worse, it goes up. So what's happening? Is it a lack of discipline, the foods you're eating, the exercise you do or maybe think about doing, or is your body and biology working against you? For decades, we've been told weight loss is simple. Calories in versus calories out. But if that were true, millions of people wouldn't be stuck doing everything right and seeing no results. We wouldn't see obesity being the number 2 cause of preventable death, and a whole classification of medication designed to help people lose weight. The truth is, weight loss and weight gain are controlled by hormones, metabolism, and inflammation. Today we're going to break down those 3 biological systems that determine whether you burn fat or store it. It all starts in your brain. Your brain has a fat thermostat. The system evolved to keep humans alive during times of famine, to slow metabolism, gain weight because we didn't know when we would eat again. Now we know exactly when and where we're going to eat. We have evolved as a society faster than we have evolved as a species. The hormone that is responsible for this is called leptin. Leptin is produced by your fat cells. Its job is simple. When your body has enough stored energy, leptin travels to the brain, says, "We're good. Stop eating, burn energy." It's basically the fuel gauge for your body. But here's where things start to break down. When someone develops leptin resistance, the brain stops hearing that signal. Leptin resistance is caused by inflammation, high sugar and fatty foods, high stress levels, lack of exercise, and poor sleep. Even though the body has plenty of stored fat, the brain believes the body is starving. Therefore, it increases hunger, lowers your metabolism. Now imagine trying to diet in that situation. You're hungry all the time, your metabolism is slowing down to conserve energy. That's not a willpower problem, that's a broken system. The second major system controlling body weight is insulin. Insulin is the hormone responsible for managing blood sugar. Every time you eat, especially refined carbohydrates and sugar, insulin goes up. Its job is to move glucose out of the bloodstream into the cell to produce energy, or take that glucose out of the bloodstream, stored for later use. But insulin does something else that most people don't realize. It controls whether your body can access stored fat. When insulin is high, the body is in storage mode. When insulin drops, the body can switch to fat burning mode. But modern diets create a problem. When insulin stays chronically elevated because of highly processed foods, lack of fiber, too much fat in the diet, it results in a condition called hyperinsulinemia, high insulin levels in the blood. Your fat cells become chemically locked, so even if you reduce calories, your body can't easily access the fat for fuel. And this creates the classic dieting experience. You eat less, you feel exhausted, you're constantly hungry because your body can't access the energy it already has stored. The third piece of the puzzle is something most people never hear about: chronic inflammation. But this kind of inflammation isn't a swollen ankle. This is called low-grade systemic inflammation. Fat tissue is not just a storage depot, it's actually an active endocrine organ. That means fat cells can produce hormones and signaling molecules. When fat cells become stressed or overfilled, they release inflammatory chemicals called cytokines. These cytokines interfere with the body's hormone signals. They can worsen insulin resistance, worsen leptin resistance, damage metabolic signaling. So now we have a vicious cycle. More fat equals more inflammation equals worse hormone signaling causes easier fat storage. So now imagine someone tries to lose weight using only willpower. They simply cut calories. What happens? The brain already thinks you're starving because of leptin resistance. Now you're eating less, so the brain reacts by doing something very powerful. It slows your metabolic rate. Your body literally reduces how many calories it burns per day. This is why many people experience this pattern. Weight loss at first, then a plateau, then weight gain, and eventually the metabolism adapts to the lower intake, so you're eating less, but your body is still burning less. That's why the scale stops moving, and in some situations even goes up. Real progress happens when we address the biology, not just the calories. That means improving insulin sensitivity, leptin signaling, decreasing inflammatory levels, creating metabolic flexibility. When these systems start working again, the body can finally access stored energy and weight loss stops being a constant battle. So if you've been doing everything right, but the scale just refuses to move, stop assuming the problem is your effort. Start looking at your metabolic environment. Because weight loss isn't just a math equation, it's a biology equation. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy.